I'm Cherie.
I'm Chris. We're still in mid-evacuation, but on the return, the rebound.
So if you've been following our Hurricane Irma experience, I think we last checked in, we were deciding what to do.
We were in Alabama. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what we decided was to start heading back to Melbourne once we got confirmation that my mother's home did have power and minimal damage. So we decided that that would be a great base camp for us to return to and get a lot of the miles out under our way.
So we spent 2 days getting back. Florida is big, so we got back here to Melbourne. The traffic was actually really good. A lot of debris on the side of the road, but the highways were in really good shape. And now we're here, and we're staged just a single long day's drive from Marathon.
So when we left Alabama, the word on the street was that return to Marathon could be anywhere from a week to a month for residents. So it's like, well, we might as well get somewhere where we can base camp and maybe do some good locally, get caught up on work.
Mm-hmm. And be ready. And people were about to riot in some of the Marathon online groups just because, like, being told you can't even see your house for a month. It was getting kind of
horrible.
I understand why people were upset.
And we understand the other side of them trying to secure the area. So
and wanting the toilets to flush. It's one of the city council members like, we won't let people in until there's sewage. And I guess they've reached a compromise.
So as of this morning, and it's Saturday, they have let residents back on up to the 7 Mile Bridge, and tomorrow morning they'll be letting people all the way down to Key West. And these are residents only,
or you have to have proof of residency,
which we have a letter that should hopefully get us down there. Now, why aren't we on the road right now instead of doing this video? Well, the other big piece of news, which is still mind-blowing to us, is we have on-the-ground confirmation from at least 3 people.
Yeah, so the cell phones have come up as of the last 2 days in Marathon, and so we're starting to get people sending us pictures of Why Not, and people on the ground there who are like, oh my gosh, it looks like it's amazing shape, and it's such a huge relief to see our boat floating without windows smashed, without big cracks in the side. There's certainly going to be some damage, but the big obvious stuff is we just lucked out. We are so lucky.
So yesterday, through a friend of a friend who works for the county, was able to get aboard the boat, get the generator started, did an initial look over the interior, and got us feedback that nothing looks pressing for us to get back for. Not even visual water damage, which is amazing.
Yeah, he didn't look too much, but he got the air conditioner started, and we've offered, because his house is in bad shape, so we've got potentially somebody who works for the county going to be staying on Why Not. So that takes off some of the pressure.
So there's going to be a huge rush of residents that are anxious to get back to their homes who don't have this good news or even any feedback. So we're going to let them all get down there and get to their homes before we get down there as well. And allow Why Not to be temporary residents if needed for those who need the housing. Marina staff are returning as we speak, and we are in coordination with our marina manager, our friend who
loaded us the
truck. We've been in daily communication with Randy. Thank you, Randy. And we're coordinating on arrival and what we can best do from afar to provision and bring in the things that are actually needed once there are more on the ground eyes.
So though we're very anxious and part of me wants to start driving right now, we keep getting told, like, just wait a couple days and you'll be able to be more help by figuring out what you need to bring.
And we'll be better rested.
Right.
We're also 2 weeks behind on work.
Oh, goodness.
We had to take time off of work. Now, thankfully, we have assistants that help us run the Mobile Internet Resource Center who have been keeping an eye on things for us. But we have some work we need to catch up on, and we're not going to have the cell connectivity or the time once we're down there, because we'll be volunteering once we're down there. We will not have the time to get work done. So we're going to try to front load a whole bunch of work for a couple days here at least. We have resources here. We can still stock up on water, fuel, food, supplies, whatever is finding out is what the most critical needs are so that we can smartly bring things down. We did a lot of provisioning up in Alabama as well. We took the time to do that.
Yeah, so we got dehumidifiers and buckets of bleach and all sorts of things that we're ready to bring down, use for ourselves, and give to other people and share and help. So we'll just catch our breath for a couple days, watch the reports, and
decide if it's best to bring the bus down, so there's another temporary housing down there for us and for others, or if it's best for us just to move straight aboard Why Not. It is looking like she may have come through this just fine.
And And we do know the power cord is probably trashed, so we're probably going to need to pick up a new shore power cord. It might be who knows how long until they actually have shore power, so all that. And then the other concern is they're saying don't bring pets unless you absolutely have to back to the Keys.
So we're working on some pet sitting arrangements here in Melbourne for Kiki, so that, you know, if the generator goes down, she is really heat sensitive, much more than us humans. We don't want to put her through that.
She's a princess.
Yeah, it's a princess. So we're looking in here. We're in process of arranging that too. So.
We can get by with an hour of air conditioning a day just to get through the worst of it, but our cats.
No, it would be very dramatic, especially if we're not home all the time.
Yep.
Anyway, so that's the update on Why Not. We are extremely blessed, extremely thankful, but the rest of the Keys has not been so fortunate. Now,
right.
We are getting reports that there are other miraculous incidences, but you know, if you look around the mooring field and
so many
boats,
so many boats
are destroyed. So many people have lost their homes, have lost their businesses,
and so
it's
far,
heartbreaking.
I guess the thing that is really makes me feel so good is that so far there have been very few deaths,
fatalities. Even those who stayed behind the Keys. I mean, these are people who
they're hardcore.
They're hardcore. And Marathon Strong, Key West Strong. These are all hashtags that are going around, and it is a resilient community, and they will rebuild. I know many of you who have been watching along have been contacting us asking how you can help us and the Keys.
Right.
Obviously, we're doing good. We're doing good. We have all the We have been blessed with assistance in getting people on to the boat and getting us feedback on it.
Right.
We are set. What you can do for us is please contribute towards the charities of your choice that are helping those in Florida, for Irma, for the Keys if you choose to, or even Harvey. Please contribute.
Harvey,
please.
And also don't forget the islands too.
And the wildfires. And so please,
yes.
whatever the causes are drawing you most, please contribute to the organizations that call you the most.
Whether time or money, whatever you've got, help people.
Help people. We are currently tracking several organizations. We love supporting local organizations in the Keys. We've reached out to the local food pantry. We have reached out to the animal shelters and other organizations down there. We're keeping an eye on them. We'll follow up with the ones that we feel are real once we get down there, of course, and where we volunteer with and things like that for you to contribute towards. But please, thoughts and prayers are awesome, but what people need now are resources to get through all of these catastrophes that have been going on. So please, please open up your credit cards, your wallets, your time, whatever you can do. Please contribute. And also keep in mind, Florida and especially the Keys, they're tourist. That's where the funding comes from, is tourism.
So plan your trips to the Keys. Give them a few months to
let them get recovered.
Don't show up as a disaster tourist, but plan. I think there's a hashtag starting of Christmas in the Keys, and that's the sort of thing that's what they're going to really need.
Once they're rebuilt, all these people returning home to their businesses, and once they've rebuilt, is keep the Keys in mind as a future destination.
Right.
So please support those organizations. That's our update. We will fill in as we can. When do we head down? We are keeping an eye on that. It could be as early as early next week. I mean, we're not saying we're going to delay this very long.
No,
but we're not rushing down today.
Today the gates opened a few hours ago. It won't be today. It won't be tomorrow. Maybe 3 days from now. Maybe a week from now.
No, I doubt a week from now. I don't think we can sit still that long.
Exactly. But somewhere in that span of time, we'll be heading down very soon. Hopefully, Kiki will have a Kiki sitter here, and we will be diving into fixing Why Not and helping everyone we can.
So thank you for following along. Your well wishes, your positive thoughts, you being along with this journey has helped us tremendously get through the last.
It has been positive enforcement.
The roller coaster of the last 2 weeks has been crazy for us, and I know for those that are on the ground dealing with it even more closely, it's even worse for them. And so please continue those positive thoughts for everyone dealing with this right now. Thank you.
Thank you.